Today we'll discuss about Asian Development Bank. So what is this Asian Development Bank? As the name suggests, it is belonging to the or it is working for the regions of Asia, and it is a development bank. It is striving towards the development of Asia. So as the name suggests, we are able to derive something from the name. And the headquarters of Asian Development Banks are at Manila. As you know, Manila is in Philippines. It is the capital of Philippines. And this is a regional developmental bank. As the name suggests, it is a developmental bank relating to Asia. It is a regional developmental bank. Asia is a region, so any developmental bank belonging to this region is called Asian Developmental Bank. It was set up in the year 1996 on the date 19 December, and it is under United Nations. United Nations have so many organizations, so many sub-organizations, so many setups like UNDP, UNEP, so many things are there, and one such setup is Asian Development Bank. To come to the mission of Asian Development Bank, though the name suggests it is belonging to Asia, it is not just belonging only to Asia, but also it is taking care of Pacific region also. So Asia plus Pacific region, you have Asian Development Bank. And for the prosperity, for the inclusive growth, for the sustainable growth of these two regions, this bank strives. So for the prosperous Asia and Pacific, to have an inclusive growth in Asia and Pacific, to have sustainable growth in Asia and Pacific, Asian Development Bank works. And regarding these three terms, we are going to again see again in the forthcoming discussion. And also not just bringing about prosperity, inclusiveness and sustainable growth, but also to eradicate poverty in these regions. So Asian Developmental Bank strives to eradicate poverty, eradicate extreme poverty in regions of Asia and also Pacific. And as poverty is a social issue, you can also call it as social development organization. So for the development of the society, we need to eradicate poverty, and Asian Developmental Bank strives towards this view. And what are the participants? Who are the members of Asian Developmental Bank? Whoever comes under UNESCAP, to see the full form of it, United Nations Economic, Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. So whoever comes under UNESCAP, they are the recipients of Asian Development Bank. United Nations Economic, Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. This is simple. And also plus, this also helps the non-regional developed countries. So though it is a regional bank, regional developmental bank, but also helps non-regional developed countries. So two things we can see from this thing, from the name. Though the name suggests it is about Asia, you also have Pacific. Though the name suggests, though it is a regional developmental bank, it is also helping non-regional developed countries. And the role of Asian Developmental Bank, what does this do? This strives towards three things. 1, 2, 3. As we have seen some terms like prosperous, inclusive, sustainable, we'll see the relevance in the role of Asian Developmental Bank. Inclusive economic growth. So we have inclusive word here. So what kind of inclusive growth? Inclusive economic growth. To include everybody, every section into a good economy. So for the inclusive economic growth and sustainable, the word you see here. So what sustainability? Environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainable growth. So inclusiveness in terms of economics and sustainability in terms of environment. So I hope you are trying to relevate these three words with this. Then also prosperity. You know the word prosperity. Prosperous is about regional integration. So when regions have integration with each other, when they work hand in hand, so a region and a region work hand in hand. And if that extends to other regions, so when everybody works in hand, region, region and region, when everybody works in sync with each other, that gives a good prosperity. So unity gives you prosperity. So when regions are integrated and are looked upon and are taken care by Asian Developmental Bank, that gives prosperity. So see the relevance of these three words in these three rules. And what are the functions of Asian Developmental Bank? It gives investments. Bank, the major work is it gives a good fillip to countries through investments. So it invests in countries literally. Through what means? It gives loans when needed. It gives certain grants when needed. And not just loans and grants, a unique thing is it also shares information, because information is a very big fuel, is a very big contributory factor these days for the growth of economy of any country. So also it shares information to those countries whichever needs it. So not just loans and grants in terms of money, but also information sharing also it does, and also it does investments. So to see certain broad areas where it does these investments, where it does all its work, not just these what I mentioned, but these are the major enumerations. So one is infrastructure. It invests in infrastructure because a country needs good infrastructure of different public areas. So a country needs good health sector, health system. A strong health system is needed. So it gives investments for setting up good health infrastructure or health setup in a country. And also you have to read hand in hand about financial and public administration. They go hand in hand because for any public administration, a country needs finances. So it gives financial help for public administration of that particular country. And also the very major recent, the latest topic these days, the trending topic is climate change. So every country is striving towards having a good climatic condition in its place and also contributing to the world at large. So for this climatic change, whatever endeavors a country does, this is going to invest in that. For example, reducing carbon reduction, things like that. Asian Developmental Bank is going to help that country. And every country has unique natural resources. So to bring the most out of these natural resources, this is the actual wealth of a country. So we have certain resources. When we have them, we try to make them useful to us, and also we try to sell them out. So to use what natural resources a country has, it needs money, it needs investment. So Asian Developmental Bank also puts its investment in natural resources. So in this way, Asian Developmental Bank does investments to countries, and that's how it is adding up to the overall growth of these countries in the regions of Asia and Pacific. Thank you.